Hi, this is Vikas here, co-founder of Galaxy of Homes. Today I'm going to discuss two popular property investment model, BRR versus standard buy to let. First, let's understand these two methods. BRR, a BRR model is where you buy a really rundown property, do a good refurb, and then refinance and pull out the maximum amount of your investment. A standard buy to let investment is also a investment model where you buy a rundown property, do a light refurb, and then rent it out. Under a standard buy to let mortgage, you don't buy it cash, you buy via a mortgage. Now let's understand the pros and cons of both these methods. Let's assume you have 100,000 cash. Typically, to buy a BRR property under Galaxy investment model, you would need around 100,000. So with 100,000, you can buy one BRR property. However, for a standard buy-to-let property, where typically you need around 50,000 under Galaxy model, you can buy two properties. So the first difference is BRR will need a much larger investment than the standard buy-to-let property. Under Galaxy model, you can buy almost two times a standard buy to let property versus one BRR property. Now let's understand the cash flow. Since you are buying only one property under BRR model, your rental cash flow will be far less than a standard buy to let where you're buying two properties with the same amount of money. Also, the cash flow impacts because under the BRR model, once you have refinanced, you have pulled out the maximum amount of your investment. So you have taken a much higher loan. Whereas under standard buy to let, you are borrowing much less. So your cash flow will be much higher in standard buy to let. Let's now understand the risks involved. The BRR model really works under bullish market where the economic condition is very good, there's high economic growth. Under those circumstances, generally you get a very good valuation and hence you can pull out maximum amount of your investment. However, when there is a geopolitical disturbance or as under the current climate condition where there's war going around, generally the market is bearish and banks are very conservative in giving good valuation of your refurbished property. Under those circumstances, the bank may give a very low valuation. Hence, BRR really depends on the current market condition. You may not be able to pull out the amount you initially thought you will. So there is a big risk involved. So BRR is risky, especially under economic conditions where there is a lot of turbulence due to geopolitical issues or due to war. Adding to this, in an extreme economic situation, there may be a case that the buy-to-let mortgages are banned temporarily. If that is the case, then your money will be stuck for a good few years till the mortgage restarts or the buy-to-let mortgage restarts. Let's now consider the timeliness. Typically, if you do a BRR model, the bank or the lender won't lend until 6 months of the original purchase date. Even after that, because the property is tenanted, by the time you get the survey done, the mortgage application is done, the mortgage is offered, and the legals are done, it may take around 12 months to get the refinance done and to get the money back. Typically, in a buy-to-let, you would be stuck for 2 years. So in a buy-to-let, you will need about 24 months to pull your money back.